everyone. Welcome back to the Good to Go guided meal program brought to you by The Meeting Place. Today, I'm so excited to introduce you to our community cook, Leslie Robbins Conway.
Hello, my name is Leslie Robbins Conway, and I'm here to show you how to make Gefilte fish. This is traditionally a Jewish dish that is eaten on the Sabbath or on holidays, but really it is just a fish loaf. Today we will be using white fish for our recipe, 1 pound, but you can use any fish you like: pike, pickerel, trout, salmon, or whatever fish you have at hand. The first thing you need to do is to put 2 tablespoons of oil into this frying pan, and then turn it on a medium-low heat. This is also the time to preheat your oven to 350. Start. And then the first ingredient you put in there is your onion. So I'll just show you. I'm going to cut it into some pieces, and then I'm going to put it into my chopper. Cut like this into big pieces, and into my chopper it goes. And then dump your onion into your warm oil. This is a very hot burner, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. The next ingredient is your carrots. So I've got the 2, and I'll just cut them up into chunks. Or if you don't have a small chopper like I do, then you can just grate your carrots on the hand grater. But I love my electric choppers. They save your arthritic hands. Into the frying pan goes our carrots. And stir it all up. Then you're going to leave this for 10 to 15 minutes, let's say. The next ingredient is your fish. Now, I have bought fish that has skin on it, and I don't use it in the gefilte fish. The way I skin the fish is make a cut about halfway down and then pull the fish toward me like that. I kind of scrape the fish off the skin, and then I repeat this in the opposite direction. Then I cut the fish into pieces, bite-sized pieces, before I put it in my trusty electric cutter. This fish has been deboned, so it's not a problem. Bones are not a problem. This is local Georgian Bay whitefish that I just got. I'm glad that our 2021 fish is starting to be caught. Just grab a bowl for this fish. You'll see that the fish it's not, I don't pulverize it. Some people don't like this. They prefer it to be chopped, the fish to be chopped by hand. But I like the texture of having the fish more ground up than not. The next thing I'll do is grease my loaf pan. Now I use margarine because if we have the fish with a meat meal, Jewish people don't tend to use butter. And you could use oil for this as well. That's done. My oven is preheated. And now we assemble the final ingredients. The first thing is, of course, the egg. I always crack my egg into a bowl. I'm just going to whisk it a bit in case I get eggshell in. Do you ever get eggshell in when you crack an egg? It's So that's why, but I didn't get any eggshell today, so I just give it a little beat. And in the egg goes. Really should use my whisk for this. Then we can put in our 1 teaspoon of salt, our 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, about a tablespoon, or you can even use a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of crumbs, 1, 2, and water. In this recipe, I usually would have put about 2 tablespoons. My dad would have used 3 or 4, my dad and mom. Oh, have I put 2 in already? So, there, that's that. Now, you can mix with your beater, but I'm going to use my electric mixer. And you can turn off your carrots and onions. They should have been ready a few minutes ago. I'm taking a long time. Turn them off and give them a chance to cool down a bit. Now, you could do this with a whisker, but now I'm going to put the carrots and onions into the egg mixture. My father says, beat it for as long as you can, for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Just do what you can. So your carrots, onions, and egg mixture is all ready. And now the last ingredient is your fish. There's my fish. And I'll just slip it all in there. Beat it as if your life counted on this. Pretend you're making a cake. In a way, it is a fish cake. So I'm going to beat this for another few minutes. So my arm is getting tired. I think I've done this long enough. We'll just turn off the mixer, and if you've done your beating by hand, then your arm is definitely tired. But don't worry, we're at the end of the whole process. Just take our greased loaf pan, and we put the fish and carrots and onion mixture into the loaf pan. And then we smooth it, and the oven is all preheated nicely. And try and smooth it out as nicely as you can, so there's no pockets of air. And it's going to be nice, even pieces. This fish loaf, I usually cut it into about 12 pieces. I cut a line down the middle and then 6 pieces, but you can cut it any way you like. And now we're ready to pop it in the oven. Right in the middle, and set your timer for 1 hour. So it's time to take the gefilte fish out of the oven. Here we go. Yay! Look at this, look at that. Yum, yum. And that's how you make the gefilte fish. You can eat this hot when it comes out of the oven, but traditionally Jewish people have eaten it cold. So when the timer goes off, I take it out of the oven and I let it cool down, and I put it in the fridge. And we usually eat it with a little bit of horseradish. I love the creamy horseradish, and a bit of parsley on it. And some people like to serve it on lettuce as well. The gefilte fish also makes great sandwiches and wraps. cold, of course, or you could warm it up if you wanted. And great hors d'oeuvres on crackers. So I hope you like this gefilte fish that you have made with me, and enjoy.